Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa.
No? Kasi na-mention na controversial yung hearing. Parang hindi naman ganun ka-controversial para sa akin. Marami lang kinilig nung dumating, siyempre, yung ating Diamond Star. Pero nung pinasinungalingan naman niya yung mga kung ano-anong binabato, kabilang na rin sa kanya. Ang nangyari dun sa investigasyon, saka dun kay Morales, polling star na eh. Diba, pare? Alam mo, ikaw, artistahin ka, alam mo yung mga ganyang bagay. Kaya, kitang-kita naman po natin na parang wala pong pinatunguhan yung ating investigasyon, which is in aid of legislation. Diba? Hindi ko po makita yung relevance ng investigasyon. Thank you.
Dadagdag ko lang, no? I think si Senator Bato is a friend of mine. In fact, many of us is actually a friend of Senator Bato. And being a policeman, he is a former PNP chief. Alam ho niya yung rules of evidence, no? If your goal really is to achieve a successful prosecution, you have to have a legal basis and a sound an evidence to prove your case. In this, nakikita po natin sa nangyayari ngayon sa Senado, sa kanilang investigation, ang mismong institution ng agency na sinasabi na doon nang galing, no, allegedly, ang PIDEA mismo nagsasabi walang verified na accounts, walang verified documents. Yung mismong guest nila, yung mismong nagsasabi na totoo yung mga documents na nakita doon, ay hindi niya ma-pinpoint kung saan niya nakita, sinong nagbigay. Hindi niya ma-eksakto masabi kung anong month ba yun, anong year ba yung nakita, sino yung kausap niya, So everything is hearsay. Kung ikaw ay isang based on his background as a policeman, alam po na naman natin, may mga abogado tayo dito. You present your case, your evidence to the fiscal, to the prosecutor. If there's no evidence, solid evidence, automatic, that would go to waste. Kumbaga, automatic dismiss na po yan. So, ang ibig ko lang pong sabihin is, kung itong klaseng committee hearing, which is supposedly in aid of legislation, your main objective there is to, number one, review existing laws. To review existing laws and then amend them and then improve on the laws that would make it fitting to the current system or demand ng time, sa ngayon, circumstance, the present circumstance. We don't see that as the substantive reason for this ongoing investigation. Dahil unang-una, wala kang basis, ano ba talaga ang gusto natin dito. Patunayan, tama nga po yung sinabi ni DSJJ. Ano ba talaga ang gusto natin? What is the main objective and motive? Kasi magkadugtong po yan eh. Ano po yung motibo at ano po yung objective mo? If the objective really is to review existing laws, then tell us, what laws would you like to amend? Mismo ang agency, they don't support that. They don't have anything to say kasi hearsay yan. So, we go back to the motive. Ano pa talaga ang motibo mo dito? Because ultimately, now that the committee is being handled as it develops, andun ka nga yung mga artista, nagsabi ng mga personalidad, as it develops, the Senate is losing its integrity. And nadadrag po yung reputasyon ng ating Senado. To the point that the public now is questioning the Senate, what really is your motive? Kasi sa nakikita ko, wala hong matutunguhan itong investigation na to other than smear campaign. And to point out and to target individuals that were allegedly mentioned in the document, and they cannot even provide the document, and they cannot even verify whether that document is really authentic or not. So, the objective really is in question. Because the motive, to me, personally, the motive is not to enlighten the public, not to revisit any existing laws and improve them, but a smear campaign, which is completely a farce kung nakikita po natin as it develops. It is a political motivated targeting this administration's downfall. At hindi po mangyayari yan. Sabihin ko na po sa inyo, the public is now asking, and the committee hearing is in question. And I hope that the Senate will really realize na kami po sa House of Representatives, they are our friends and they are our partner because dalawa po ang chamber ng Congress. Please protect the reputation of the Senate. Protect it kasi people are now starting to question the reputation of the institution.
Just to add on the statements made by my colleagues. Well, I agree with the question. No, what we have is a chairman who is a former Philippine National Police Chief, having served the PNP for several years. And having said that, we expect him to be well-versed and knowledgeable, especially in the rules and evidence, in investigation. So, personally, I am very disappointed the way Senator Bato de la Rosa conducts the hearing. Why? What we have is a witness who is a pathological liar, who perjured himself, who is facing a case of false testimony in Pampanga, who is also facing case in Pasig for falsification, if I'm not mistaken, it's slight physical injuries. So, what is at stake here is the credibility, the quality of the legislative inquiry that the Senate is being conducting. So, siguro ito na po ang eye-opener kay Senator Bato, na sana pakinggan niya din ang kanyang mga kasamahan. Wala hong kredibilidad yung testigo na nagsasalita po sa komite. In other words, sa madaling sabi, itigil niya na po ang investigasyon sapagkat wala naman po itong patutunguhan at wala naman po napapala ang taong bayan dahil dito. Yun naman po.
To answer the question po, on my part, I have to express surprise siguro po, and alarm at the developments in the Senate. Alam po natin, as a general rule, we would prefer not to comment on the proceedings of the Senate as a courtesy and respect. But with the way things are going, I think it bears some stressing po, Kasi mismong yung ibang mga senador po nagko-comment na rin. I think if we could recall during that last hearing, 3 veteran senators took the time to actually, perhaps in their own way, caution the good chairman by saying that perhaps they should reconsider his position on how the inquiry is going. I recall the way that Senator Jinggoy was questioning already what was mentioned here, the credibility of the witness. We had Senator Poe and Senator Escudero cautioning the chairman on how to appreciate the witness and the evidence presented before them in an inquiry, and even went into the rules of what an inquiry is for. In aid of legislation means it's supposed to craft a better law to better enable the Senate in crafting these laws po, So that's the whole purpose. So it's very surprising now that the Senate proceeding has been derailed. Why do we say this po, Kasi nakita po natin sa Senado, supposedly inquiry in aid of legislation. So ano po yung inquiry dito? PDEA leaks. Dalawang tanong lang po yun, as succinctly pointed out by Senator Escudero. And if we may expand, if there is a leak, number 1, what is that leak? And 2, sino ang nag-leak nito? I think these are the primary questions that are to be asked and to be addressed in order to properly strengthen if, let's say, kung may pagkukulang ang mechanisms sa PDEA, or if there was an external leak by transmitting with the NBI or the PNP. I was expecting po ganun yung mga tanong. Pero it seems to be, it was only an entry point. Naging entry lang ito ng so-called witness, si Mr. Morales, to go on a crusade against other matters, which I think would be outside of PDEA leak. Sabi nga po, hearsay na po siya. The witness can only testify as to that which he has personal knowledge. Bakit po ang dami na pong pangalan na babanggit? Bakit po nag-expand na po siya? Hindi nga po nasagot yung leak. And now I have to express my dismay to answer the original question po, Given the background of the good senator, bakit po ganito yung kanilang process? Because supposedly, as Chief PNP, he would be in a better position amongst other people to understand and appreciate evidence presented before him. Number one, what is leaked? Kung tingnan po natin for the legal parlance, parang pre-trial po yung nangyari. We're talking about the authentication of the document. Pero kahit doon, in light of the testimony of the resource person from PIDEA, a sitting official, a sitting employee of PIDEA, currently employed, who was already saying that they do not have document, mas pinaniwalaan pa po ni Chairman Bato yung witness, who, again, there were many questions about the credibility. Mas pinili niya po yun. What happened po to the regularity of duty? There were even conspiracy theories as to nawala po ito from PIDEA o binunot. And number two, not talking anymore, in addition to that, sa authenticity po, no? The mere document itself, hindi pa po nasagot fully kung talagang authentic yung document that was leaked online. Ang basehan po nito ay puncture holes at Xerox markings. Ako po, tanungin niyo po, if I have to fabricate that, that's very easy. Gawa lang ako ng document, i-Xerox ko, tapos i-puncture hole ko rin. Would that be a basis for it being authentic? Yun po yung tanong ko. Personally po, as a lawyer, while watching the hearings, nakakadismaya po. Bakit po yung authenticity ng document ay hindi left? That's the point of having resource persons po, no? Sila po dapat ang mag-o-authenticate ng document. Pero ang nangyari po dito, si Chairman Bato yung nagsabi, I swear on, alam niyo po, sinasabi niya na he was swearing it on his experience na authentic po ito. So it really is very alarming to have this kind of inquiry wherein it is the chairman who is bearing testimony, perhaps. It is the chairman who is authenticating documents. So, and again, as I mentioned, especially in light of what the veteran senators were cautioning him about, nakakadismaya at very alarming nga po yung nangyayari doon. And so we're very much, we are monitoring the proceedings in the Senate with abundant caution po.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elson. May we hear the next question from Delon Porcalio of Philippine Star.
Related sir sa PIDEA ulit. Do you think, hearing from you kanina, do you think this bolsters kung ano yung claim ni Senator Trillanes na talagang may ouster plot? Yung PIDEA leaks, Senate probe, dahil ang tinatarget ka mo, Presidente. Go ahead. Does it bolster Senator Trillanes' claims of an ouster plot?
Well, I think what is happening right now with after the unilateral agreement entered into by our country, no, with China, President Marcos, with U.S. President Biden and the President of Japan, I think there's a concerted effort, really. Kasi kung if you look at it, the development after the trilateral agreement, there's no way for you but to think that maybe there is something deeper beyond what we are seeing, what's happening in the committee hearing in the Senate, and simultaneously the peace rallies that they also hold and conduct I think each month yung Maisog rally. So you connect the dots, no? You don't need Senator Trillanes telling us all this. You just have to connect the dots. The pronouncement of those personalities closely associated with them. I mean, everything has, kumbaga kung jigsaw puzzle, everything is coming into place. And the picture now is very clear. It becomes clearer and clearer each day that they attack the administration. So probably yes. Personally, if you take my opinion on it, yes, there's a big effort, to destabilize this administration. But definitely, that would fail. Because I think the Filipino people, the public, really has trusted this president. I think he has, the first president who has garnered more than 31 million votes. And the trust rating of the presidents is relatively high. And the economy is doing well. The president has identified programs which benefited not only Metro Manila, but even all over the country. You have the Bagong Pilipinas Servicio Fair, He went to Luzon, all the way down to the south in Tawi-Tawi. You know, the farthest province in the Philippines is Tawi-Tawi. But he will go there. He visited areas in Mindanao, trying to bring government services closer to the people. But because that has been his promise, his campaign slogan when he started running as president. And now he keeps that promise intact. And we feel how he really, brings services, government services, closer to the people. And as a result, the people trust him. And so no matter what they do, I don't think they will be successful in trying to destabilize and bring down this administration.
To add lang to Kong Zia's statements, I can even go as far as, not all, but some cyber attacks are probably connected also to what Kong Zia is saying. Mapabasa mo naman kahit hindi ka investigador, kahit regular ka na tao. But as far as the investigations or the press conference of Senator Trillanes, well, abangan natin kung sino yung mga pangalan or yung mga na-mention at mga ilalabas pa niya. Siguro kailangan din nating hintayin yun kasi hindi naman natin alam kung saan pa nanggagaling yung ginagawa niya na investigations niya. But yun lang, siguro konting respeto naman sa gobyerno, saka konting respeto sa ating presidente na he has the mandate of the number of 31 million. So he's working really hard. So I don't see why people are out to get him, pero isa lang nakikita kong rason. They're hungry for power. That's why they're doing this.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog, bunyog.